Welcome to Ranger Reviews, a web series we look at episodes of the TV show Power Rangers and then discuss them. Today we're exploring the 102nd episode of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, as well as the 42nd episode of Season 2 titled The Wedding, Part 2. We begin this episode right where we left off, with the Rangers in the theater surrounded without their weapons or teleportation capabilities. Billy suggests that they split up and try to wear the monsters down, so they divide into 3 groups of 2, fighting the monsters to the best of their abilities. Oh, and now Robo-Goat is with these monsters too. This is a pretty cool fight, to be honest. Alpha is happy to see the Rangers failing on the viewing globe, and Zordon tries to reason with him again. Alpha even says that the Rangers get all the glory, but he wants it. Kind of a weird note to hit, but okay. Rita is also watching Zed sleep, rehashing the same thing from last time. The Rangers are still fighting the monsters in the theater, and Aisha gets tossed off of a balcony by Aigot. The monsters say that the Power Rangers are Rita's wedding gift to Zed, cluing the Rangers in on what's going on. Kim says that they should go for some random hidden stairwell that they saw before. Rita wakes up Zed with a feather, and Zed is madly in love with her. He immediately proposes, and Rita accepts. Zed requests Goldar, and Goldar just yells, "What?" And Babu and Squat are just peeping Toms watching this happen. Goldar is the best man, and he's in charge of coordinating the wedding. Meanwhile, the 6 Rangers are walking down a staircase, and we see Robo-Goat, and now Snizzard, talking about how Pexter sucks. And he's the one that let them get away. The Rangers are still walking around, and they run into the 2, and then they turn and run. This isn't the content that I came for, Power Rangers. Rita yells at Finster to make monsters quicker so that she has guests for her wedding. She also demands presents. Alpha also sees that Bulk and Skull are in Australia, and they run into Kim's bags that she threw down before they morphed out. Alpha decides to teleport them to the Outback, and they're now in entirely different attire. They start freaking out because they see kangaroos off screen, and then they run into emus, freaking out. What the hell is this episode? Once more, Rita and Zed talk about getting married. There's really nothing happening in this episode, and it's almost impressive. She tells Zed about how the Rangers are trapped in the theater. Goldar also wants to get rid of Rita. Again, at the theater, the Rangers find a lower level staircase, and Billy suggests that it's the way out that they've been looking for. And they find daylight, running out into it. Meanwhile, Zed and Rita have changed positions, and Finster comes in saying that the Rangers have escaped from the theater. Rita suggests that he just makes the monsters grow, which he does right away, resulting in Rhino Blaster and Pexter just catching bombs in their hands in the most comedic ways. Zordon tells Alpha to stop sucking so that they can call out the Zords, and Alpha somehow removes Zordon completely from the tube. The core 5 Rangers call out their Thunder Zords somehow, forming the Thunder Megazord, while Tommy calls out the White Tiger Zord, climbing aboard and converting it into warrior mode. There is a super rough Megazord battle between the 2 Megazords and the giant Pexter and Rhino Blaster, because they're really struggling to splice this old footage with other stock footage. Saba then tells Tommy to use the White Tiger Thunderbolt, which he does, hitting Pexter. Long story short, this Megazord battle is still going on as they try to pad this episode out to 20 minutes. Alpha breaks off the Rangers' power supplies, and now they can't control the Zords at all, taking numerous hits from Rhino Blaster and Pexter, and the Rangers emergency eject. Alpha then teleports them back to the theater because God forbid this episode ends somewhere differently from where we started. Rita is getting ready for her wedding, telling Finster to have 2 monsters and putties go down to the theater while the rest need to attend her wedding. Meanwhile, the Rangers sit on the theater stairs while Billy tries to get in contact with Alpha and Zordon. What a surreal sight. Anyways, Lord Zed and Rita's wedding is pretty much set up as Goldar laments this marriage. Zed demands that the guests come in, and Goldar calls for them as they start to come in with gifts. We also see the cake with Rita, Repulsa, and Lord Zed action figures atop it. Rhino Blaster and Pexter appear before the Rangers, then disappear, saying that they'll be outside the door if they need them. What's happening? To be continued. Every fiber of my being is telling me to hate this episode because literally nothing happens in it. There's just a lot of padding for time, and it's complete filler. But even then, I have to say, I kind of admire how lazy this episode was. Like, there's so much going on, yet there's nothing going on at the same time. The writers are clearly struggling to make this episode work as an additional part, so they're doing anything they can to make it as long as possible. I applaud them for this, and I realize that writing an episode like this is no easy task, no matter how it looks. How will this all wrap up? Find out next time, but until then, may the power protect you.